This chapter requires more care than most, because I need to tell you two true things that sound contradictory. Reverse mortgages are a legitimate, federally regulated financial product that genuinely helps some older homeowners, and they are one of the most heavily exploited products aimed at seniors in America. Both are true, and the second exists because of the first. If reverse mortgages were simply a scam, you'd have been warned off them long ago. Instead, they're real, complicated, and they involve the largest asset most people own, which is exactly the combination criminals look for. The fraud hides inside the legitimacy. So this chapter isn't "never get a reverse mortgage." It's "here is how to tell the real thing from the trap." Here's the truth. A legitimate reverse mortgage never requires you to give up ownership of your home. Your name stays on the title. It always involves independent HUD-approved counseling, which is free. Anyone offering to skip the counseling, take your deed, or hurry you is running a scam. Now, what is a reverse mortgage actually? In plain English, it lets a homeowner aged 62 or older convert part of their home equity into cash, without selling, and without monthly mortgage payments. The loan is repaid later, when you sell, move out permanently, or die. The main federally insured version is called a HECM, a Home Equity Conversion Mortgage, backed by the Federal Housing Administration. It has real rules and real protections, including mandatory independent counseling with a HUD-approved counselor before you can proceed. That counseling is free, and it exists specifically to ensure you understand what you're agreeing to. It's genuinely useful for some people. It's also expensive, complicated. It reduces what you leave to heirs, and it carries obligations. You must keep up property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, or you can face foreclosure. That's not a scam. That's the actual product, and it's why the counseling matters. Now the 5 traps. 1. The contractor-driven reverse mortgage. This is the most common and most vicious version. An unsolicited contractor finds urgent damage, produces an inflated estimate, then steers you into a reverse mortgage to pay for it, often to his preferred lender. He takes the proceeds and does little or no real work. In January 2025, a Chicago area operator running exactly this scheme was sentenced to 205 months in federal prison and ordered to pay $2.7 million in restitution. Never take out a reverse mortgage at the suggestion of a contractor. 2. Equity theft and deed transfer. You're persuaded to sign over your title or add someone's name to your deed so they can help arrange things. They then take out a reverse mortgage and vanish with the money, leaving you with the debt and without your equity. A real reverse mortgage never requires transferring your deed. 3. The free home or straw buyer scheme. A network buys a rundown property cheaply, recruits a senior to buy it using a reverse mortgage, inflates the appraisal, pockets the difference, and leaves the victim with an overpriced, defective house. If a home is being offered nearly free, as long as you agree to a reverse mortgage, nothing about it is free. 4. Proceeds steered into annuities, insurance, or investments. Someone suggests using your reverse mortgage money to buy an annuity, an insurance policy, or an investment. This is a serious red flag, and these arrangements are generally prohibited. The person is earning a commission by converting your home equity into a product that benefits them. And 5. Fake programs and paid information. There is no VA reverse mortgage. The Department of Veterans Affairs does not offer them, so any veterans-only reverse mortgage is a lie exploiting military trust, and HUD warns against paying anyone for reverse mortgage information. It's available free from HUD-approved counselors. Also watch for the family version, which is painful but real, An adult child or caregiver pressuring a parent into a reverse mortgage to access the funds themselves. Now the bright line tests. If you remember nothing else, remember these. Your name stays on the title, always. If anyone asks you to sign over your deed or add a name, it's a scam. Counseling is mandatory and free. Anyone promising no counseling, instant approval, or no fees is not offering a real HECM. The counselor must be independent, verified on HUD's list, not one the lender or contractor supplies. The idea must originate with you, never at the suggestion of a contractor, investor, salesman, or anyone who profits from the transaction. And nobody legitimate rushes this. Sign today or lose the opportunity has no place in a decision about your home. So here's what to do. Only consider it if the idea is yours, never because someone approached you. Complete HUD-approved counseling with a counselor you verify independently. It's free, and it's the single best protection. Verify the lender is HUD or FHA approved. Look them up yourself. Have your own attorney review every document before closing. This is your home. An independent review is worth every penny. Include a neutral third party in the conversation. Your own financial planner, attorney, or HUD counselor, especially if family members are involved. Never sign a deed transfer, and never use proceeds to buy an annuity or investment someone recommended. Never pay for reverse mortgage information. It's free from HUD. And report suspected fraud to the HUD Office of Inspector General, the CFPB, and your state attorney general. Here's what I'd do. I'd treat the source of the idea as my primary filter. If a reverse mortgage were something I'd research myself and raised with my own advisor, I'd consider it seriously as the regulated product it is. If it arrived via anyone else, a contractor at my door, a seminar, a mailer, a persuasive relative, I'd decline entirely, no matter how good the terms sounded, because nearly every version of this fraud begins with someone else raising the idea. Then I'd lean hard on the counseling requirement. Instead of my own judgment about the paperwork, it's free, it's mandatory for the real product, and it's independent. So any pressure to skip or shortcut it tells me everything, without my needing to understand a single loan term. And I'd hold the deed line absolutely. My name stays on my title, always. A genuine reverse mortgage never asks otherwise. So the moment anyone suggests signing over ownership, I'd know I was looking at theft, dressed as finance. The home I spent decades paying for is not something I sign away in an afternoon, for anyone. So let's practice. A roofer you didn't call finds serious structural damage, quotes $40,000, and mentions he works with a lender who can set you up with a reverse mortgage to cover it. He'll bring the paperwork tomorrow, and even recommend a counselor. Run every line. Uninvited contractor, inflated urgent damage, his lender, his counselor tomorrow. That's the exact scheme that put a man in federal prison for 17 years. You don't schedule the appointment. If you're genuinely curious about reverse mortgages, you research them yourself later. Call HUD for a free, independent counselor, and involve your own attorney. Your equity stays where it is.